Okay, here we are. Okay, guys, we're going to get started. Chadillac, how you doing, my friend? You're all muted. Mom, I see you're there as well. Look at this. We get to see everybody. Matthew DeHame out of South America. What up? Love it. We got people all over the place coming in. This is so much more fun to see everybody. If you're dialing in on the conference, thanks for being here. If you're here live, thank you for being here. And I'm going to go into some good information for everyone. I believe is good information. It's after 2 o'clock, so let's get started. I'm going to be a little distracted. I'll try not to be, but I realize I set this up that I have to allow people, I have to admit each person that comes in. Otherwise, they'll be sitting there trying to be admitted. But I'm glad you're here. In fact, Chris, I'm going to ask you to share a couple things. And Matthew, I'm going to ask you to share a couple things if you'd be so kind. Lindsay, I might have you share on the Working Wednesday. So appreciate you guys being here. This is fabulous. Okay, let me go into a couple things for all of you. And then I'm going to go through a little slides, and then we're going to talk about some stuff. First of all, funding continues to do very well. You guys are doing fabulous. Record days of new submissions. Last night's webinar talked about the state and where we're at. And one of the things I want you all to know, if you're watching this on Facebook, Zoom, telephone, wherever you are, one of the things I want you to know is the ground is moving so fast that when we present a funding offer, I'm going to talk about funding for a moment. When we present a funding offer to your client, it is good that day. It used to be where it's good for a week, maybe even 2 weeks. But right now, we're only saying it's good for that day. The reason being is these credit facilities that are putting up this money, as you can imagine, many of them have situations where they have changes happening quickly. And so sometimes an announcement will come out by the government and it changes that industry. Like the state of Michigan just launched today that if you are a essential service, which we happen to be, that's why I'm at the office right now, we get to be. But if you're an essential service and like a gas station, a grocery store, if you're an essential service, you must screen all your employees for the virus. Well, now that's a cost and that's certain things. So now anyone lending into a grocery store may say, oh boy, it used to be a great industry. Now the employees it may cost the company more money to screen all this. And if they can, are they gonna have to lay people off? Or there's just stuff moving, right? State of Michigan on Monday had a close down order. We were getting our counters done. So they were supposed to come put the granite in this week or quartz this week, and they can't come in our house. So that means that company can't generate revenue. That's a construction company. That's not a restaurant. But because state of Michigan said you can't do work unless you're an essential service, that gentleman and his company can't do that revenue. So you could see why if you're a lender and you lend to a construction company and you make an offer today to a Michigan-based company or Sunday to a Michigan-based corporation who does construction, and then they find out Monday they're not allowed to do construction, their ability to generate revenue just went down and that offer gets rescinded quickly. So that's why the deals are only good for potentially 1 day. So we encourage you to be in the know of that. That when we present an offer, we were not trying to, as Matthew said, put the screws to a client and pressure them. We're never trying to do that. But we also want them to know that because of the changing climate, things change. Matthew, you had a client in New Jersey, right? You had a client in New Jersey approved, and we had it all ready to fund. And the day it's going to go fund, New Jersey closes down the border or closes down business, and the bank pulls the offer. And there's nothing we can do about it because the provider of the money felt it may not get paid back. So there's a changing climate, but at the same time, money is needed more than ever. Our offers are going up. We're still getting big approvals. We just presented another $250,000 offer to a client just today. And we have several of them. Just funded another guy, $40,000, who's in construction business, trucking companies. A lot of industries are high risk right now, but they're still getting funded. So don't stop. Just know we don't get the luxury of the 2 weeks from when we give an offer to it's still open. if they need to think about it for a long period of time, it could get pulled. And it's unfortunately the nature of the business right now where we're at. The good news is the demand is higher than ever. Demand is higher than ever. It should be, but business owners are a little skittish. And so it's a good time. Wade did a great job on a webinar last night. Hopefully we're all able to be there and to see that. That's part one. Part two, we've got something called Work It Wednesdays going to be starting. And I'm going to talk about something prior. And if Lindsay's still here, maybe I'll have her share a couple things on that, what we're going to do. But before I do, I'll set that up a little. But I want to talk about something called March Mania that's still going right now. And I want you to know that this is something that is still available, and we extended it if you weren't aware of it. I want to share this screen. Okay, I'm sharing it. Good. Okay, I want to show you this. Brian or Sharon, can you guys give me a thumbs up, or Bob, Matthew, you're on my screen. Can you see the slides? All right, good. Thank you. So you guys were probably aware of this, but this continued. We've extended this. I want to show this again. Don't forget, it's free to join DAC. Many of you don't know that if you're part of our other divisions. It's free to become an agent with DAC at your davidallencapital.com website. We do loans and advances anywhere from $10,000 to $1 million. And right now, part of this qualification is we've extended this till March 31st, which means anyone you recruit, and again, they start for free, any of these people you recruit here, that you're locked in. So you get a 0.5% enroller bonus on your personally enrolled agents, as long as you have one funded client. You see there that one per 6 months? You need one funded client every 6 months to get this 0.5%. If you don't get that one client, you don't get that 0.5% until you do get a client, and then you start getting it for the next 6 months on your personally enrolled agents. So, but what we've done is for the month of March, anyone you personally enroll in the month of March, you are forever locked in. Even if 2 years from now they get a client, you're getting your 0.5%, even if you've not gotten a client. So this is kind of like a grace period of you enroll them in March Mania, you're locked in permanently on them. So if you're ever going to recruit someone, let's say 6 months from now, you're doing real well and you decide to take some time off and you don't have any renewals and you go, oh man, I lost out on my enroller bonus, right? At least this way you get your enroller bonus. So you always want to stay actively supporting clients, but if not, it's nice to know. Also, if any of these agents get deals before April 15th, if they're submitted by March 31st, but get funded April 15th, you get double enroller bonus. Your 0.5% bumps to 1%. Plus part 3 is any personal clients you submit now personally, if you have 2 or more fund that are March submitted clients, you get an extra 2%. So you're going to get 4 to 6.5% on your fundings, but you'll get another 2 if you have 2 or more. All right. So that is something you want to be aware of. A summary again, auto qualified anyone you personally enroll till March 31st, actually, not 15th. Double enroller bonus if they get any clients, and you get an extra 2% on any of your deals in March. So I wanted to show you that so that you're aware of what we have to share. So I think I've got you now on. Okay, is it back to me now? No video, back to me? Okay, good. All right, what I want to do, I want to talk about Work It Wednesday, and then I want to have a couple people share a couple things. Let's see, is Lindsay still with us? Lindsay, you're available by conference, is that right? Okay, so we've got something called Work It Wednesday that's going to be starting. And Work It Wednesday is something where, and Lindsay, I'm going to unmute you just so I can see if you're on. I don't want to steal your thunder. Lindsay, can you hear me okay? And are you able to share? Okay, maybe not. I'll give it one more moment. Lindsay, you able to share? Okay, my volume's up. Okay, so maybe she's not. We didn't talk about this in advance, so maybe she's not able to share from her computer. She might be muted on her side, but so I'll just talk about it myself. Well, we've got something called Work It Wednesday, and every Wednesday we're going to have a little contest, and we're going to recognize all of you who are getting it done the right way. This week we're going to, so next Wednesday we're going to recognize and give away some stuff to anyone who makes it into this game this week. And it's there's a hashtag DACTB. So write that down, hashtag DACTB, which is for DAC Trailblazers. All right. So DACTB, that's your hashtag. What we want you to do is we want you to take some pictures or put some posts up of you being a DAC Trailblazer, living the Trailblazer recipe. It means you're contacting the 5 businesses a day. You're checking in with 2 to 5 businesses a day, and you're following up with any of your live clients that are in the midst of funding or payment processing or healthcare. So if you're operating as a DACTB, post it and hashtag it. Post it on the Facebook wall and hashtag it. And if you hashtag it, your post, and you're operating in that, each day that you operate as a DACTB is another day that you're entered into the drawing. Okay. So each day you could literally have 7 entries into the drawing for next Wednesday. And if you only post one day where you were DACTB, then unfortunately you will only have 1, but that's better than none. And that 1 could win. So, and then what we're going to do is going to give away some neat things. And I'm not going to tell you what we're giving away yet, because frankly, we've got a few ideas and we haven't decided which one it's going to be. But rather than holding this off, we're launching it now. So you're going to see a graphic of this. Many people aren't even on this call and won't even watch this live. And we'll see it later, won't know. So start hashtagging DACTB starting today. So if you live as a Trailblazer today, hashtag it, say what you did. So give your testimony. I reached out to 5 businesses. I checked in with 2 to 5 of my old clients. I reached out to my 1 new agent today. I followed up with my agent. So the DAC recipe that we talked about in the DAC Trailblazer video, and we talked about it last Friday, and it's even in the documents that were just emailed out to everybody yesterday. So DACTB, work it Wednesday. Let me see. Lindsay just reached out to me. Let me see what she said. Bear with me 1 minute. No problem. No problem, Lindsay. We'll get it worked out for next time. She was going to come on and talk about this. I was going to have her come on and talk about this. Her, Morgan, and Kelsey are leading this up for us. So they're going to be coming up with neat ideas going forward. But we thought the theme this week has to be the Trailblazer example, because that's what we're focused on more than anything, is everybody being a Trailblazer. Okay, you got your hand up. Let's try one more time, Lindsay. Can you hear me, Lindsay? You can hear me, but we can't hear you. So check your mic, see if you're muted. Maybe you're not, but we'll let it go. We'll do it next time. I think we covered it enough, so we'll move forward. So what I want to do though now is, Matthew, would you be so kind? You've had a lot of success on the telephone. Obviously, it's the only way you can do this business is telephone and video, et cetera. Do you mind sharing? Give me a thumbs up if you mind sharing a little bit.
I can't give a thumbs up. Thumbs up?
You're live. All right, beautiful. You look good, buddy.
Good to see you. Friends. Finally.
So tell me, how close are you to the water?
Which water?
Ocean.
The ocean got to be about 400 miles east of here, but I've got a river back behind our house, like the Mississippi, about 500 yards.
Wow. Okay. So is it a river that you can do some all sports stuff in?
Yeah. I mean, my daughter is a stand-up paddle champion of this country down here, and she competes in the U.S., well known, so internationally. But she's over there, and she just want me to keep telling everybody this. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's a good spot. It's a good spot to be.
Do you have any alligators back there?
No. Would you like some? Yeah, we got some alligators. We got Christina with me.
Yes,
Hold on a second. Hold on. We've got Maria and Christina right.
How are you?
Well,
It's her fault. This is her fault.
Her fault. She's the one who loved South America. So when I think of South America, I think of alligators in the rivers and stuff. That's not
They're alligators. Yeah, it's not an issue. Don't worry about it.
Good. Well, I tell you what, when I saw your daughter on that paddleboard in that ocean, I did not imagine going out in the surf like that. It was so impressive. You got to be so proud. You guys proud?
We're blessed, and we're proud. I'm blessed, and there's a lot of things happening right now. We got to just get perspective and focus.
Absolutely.
Sports are a good thing. Right now, we got to help other people. So talk about life rafts and just offering opportunity right now. So what do you want to talk about? What would you like me to share with you, David?
Well, I'd love for you to share. There's a lot of people on here that are for the first time doing this from their home, like you always do it. You don't have the luxury of going to your local businesses and talking to them. So what recommendation would you give someone who's experiencing something for the first time? That any counsel you've got for anyone who's watching in right now?
Yeah. Attitude. Just get your mindset. It's, Lindsay, right? Wade's daughter talked about that in that training. We have to reinvent our mindset right now in such a way, but I mentioned the irony about what we're providing is amplified and magnified at this moment. It's a strange thing, the way the world works. So now all of a sudden, those who make this commitment have to really step it up and really believe in it. Are you really doing this for the right reasons? And it's going to be demonstrated by your actions and the results right now. So we just reach out. Hey, I got to help. We've got a life raft. Are you in need? No problem. If you know somebody who does, maybe they do. We're here. One of the few places you can get access to capital. And it's a crazy world, but I just want to let you know we can help you. Do you need any help or know anybody who does? Yeah, I do. Or yeah, I might. Or no, I'm not interested. No problem. Next. You know what? You're going to find somebody who needs you. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. It's got to be a thought, a mindset. So back to that idea, the psychology of do you believe in what we're doing? If you don't believe in it, go away. Just stop right now. Right now. If you can't do it now, you're never going to do it. And if you don't want to recruit people and you want to bring somebody on and say, hey, you want to help a bunch of people, and I know you're out of work, by the way, but you've got an opportunity here. And this might be the moment for you to step up. Would you like to take a shot and see if you can help people while you're out of work? Yeah, no problem. Like you say, no problem. Hey, next. A lot of people are going to, they're receptive to this now like never before. And so, it's just, I don't change. I should say this. It's the attitude. It's a little different. It's tweaked in that, listen, I don't want to come across as opportunistic. Some people get afraid. I'm like, I don't want to call them. I might seem like I'm taking advantage of somebody. No, it's a balance. You got to come through and say, listen, I understand it's hard to get capital. I do this normally. We usually give businesses capital when they need it or when they don't. But now they do. Do you or do somebody you know? Yeah, we kind of do. I'm reaching out to all the people I've spoken with. My client relationship sheet that everybody should have full for the last months. They've been working this, hopefully doing it. You don't want to see my living room with books and papers all, you'd laugh. My weakness is organization. That's all right. My short, it's okay. I think if I was really organized, I'd really be effective, right? But at least right now, I'm going through my books and I'm calling everybody. Yeah, I spoke to you last year. Hey, yeah, remember me? Maybe you don't remember me or not. We spoke about a year ago. Listen, we spoke about capital. You may or may not need this now, but, we saw your business is running fine. How is your business? Are you helping business? Are you experiencing a shortage right now? Just care about people genuinely and then make the call. I got to make a call. I guess I can get my 2% if I get, just forget you. Just put it aside. It's hard to do. It's a balancing act. Like, yeah, I'm going to earn money doing this, but at the same time, it's like, that's the dilemma. It's a dilemma, David, that I think most people have right now, normally. But it's specifically right now at this moment. It's like, well, should I call somebody? I mean, I don't want to seem like I'm taking advantage of it. No, you're not taking advantage of it. Damn it. Make the call. Make the call. Just let them tell you otherwise. And don't be timid. It's like this balancing thing. I've gotten that from some agents like, yeah, I kind of want to call them. I don't know. Call them. Just do it. Just do it. Just try. My wife is putting her hand up saying, calm down. David, I get excited like you. I can't help myself. It's like, wait a minute. Do you understand the opportunity plus the responsibility that you have right now? It's crazy. It's insane. This is it. This is it now. Go time now. I believe it 100%.
Well, I tell you what, it's funny because we say share what you believe and you'll attract people who believe what you believe. And I feel like I'm listening to one of my old recordings. And I'm so honored that you're part of the team and doing your thing. And I love your energy. I love the way you get after it. And you know what? We've got other people, though, that aren't near as passionate and aren't near as, their voice doesn't go up like this, yet they're super effective at quiet and calm.
Right.
You and I are a lot alike. I like.
By the way, I could do Wade Cordell for you if you'd like. Yeah. I just want to let you know right now. you got business owners that need capital. It's up to you. I'm sorry.
What about the pack of cheese crackers?
Well, I got him a T-shirt. Yeah,
Yes.
pack of cheese cracker funny. I don't know. It's top to bottom, but the good news is this is what I'm saying, guys, and everybody can take this. You know, I'm a goofball, but anyway, here's what I should say. We're one of the only sources of capital because we have relationships developed because of our ethical nature. Because we don't push money, we don't sell money. We help businesses who need us, and the providers that we represent know that. So they're willing to do what they can to help our clients above and beyond before another business, another ISO or another alternative lender, because of the ethical nature of our approach. And so at this time, that's what's also being magnified. And I believe that.
Well, I appreciate you, Matthew. Christine, thank you so much. And you know what, you guys have it the hardest. And you know what, Matthew, I got to tell you, because of the number of deals you do, you're helping us discover things we've never seen before. And I feel bad because you're finding things that don't fund and things that change at the last, you know, you're experiencing things. And so on the front end, you're hitting butt up against some things, and we're bumping into some walls, but you're helping us break through them. So I just wanted
I'm happy to be the tip of the spear, you know, throw me in, coach, right? Boom.
Amen.
No problem.
Amen. Appreciate it, buddy. I'm going to go to Chris Smith. Chris, you're with us. Are you able to share a couple words? All right, let me see if I got you unmuted. So can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. How am I doing?
You sound great, buddy.
All right.
Thank you.
Good.
You guys have heard me mention the name Chris Smith. Chris comes into the office quite a bit. He's helping us to lead the Michigan market, and he's even helping to work with some of the aged clients we have. So he's becoming a part of the back office team a little bit too. We've got a lot of great teammates on the bus here. But Chris, I'd love just share anything that's on your heart. I know we didn't talk about this, but
no, you're fine.
Share.
The first thing is that I can listen to Matthew DeHame all day. Seriously, I love the energy, and you know, I have it here and there, but for the most part, I tend to spiral a little bit, and so I love hearing it, man. And I like the Zoom format better than the Facebook Live 1,000 times better, because I hate having to refresh all the time trying to find the Facebook once you go live. I don't know. I like this better, but you can do both. It's your show. But yeah, no, man, you know, Michigan's on shutdown right now, and we're kind of feeling the effects of it a little bit, but I've been circling back because I did a lot of drop cards from basically August until recently. And so I found going back to those people, everybody's just kind of waiting to see what's happening, but I think there's going to be it's going to trigger here pretty soon when they realize they can't get money from the government like they think they're going to be able to, that there are going to be a lot of people that pull the trigger on this. I think a lot of people are just waiting. The feedback I'm getting, people are just waiting right now from the ones I've talked to that haven't said yes yet, that I think there's going to be a lot of yeses coming from that too. So that's what I'm looking at. By the way, on a side note, that I had a situation too, because I'm not pushing money either. And I had a friend of mine that owns a company called Strawsome, which is a cool company where they make glass straws. And they were going to do a loan with us and actually ended up going with another provider directly because they had experience with them in the past. And he was afraid to call me on that. I said, look, man, bottom line is you got to do whatever you think is best for you. But I do know his business is going to grow and he's going to need larger amounts. And so we'll be there for him when he wants it. And I think that's the attitude. I think what Matthew has hit on, I think is the most important thing, is that more than your tone or how you speak or anything like that is belief is going to carry the day. If people know that you believe in what you're doing, it doesn't matter how good of a salesperson you are.
Amen. No doubt about it. Well, hey, Chris, the other day you were in here and you saw you've not really been looking at anything but funding, and you heard us talk about the healthcare.
Yeah.
Why don't you give your just quick reaction on what you think about our healthcare and that whole strategy of residual income?
Yeah, that's obviously the long-term play, I think, is that for sure. If you want to build this for residual income, I don't see how you can do it really long-term without having that as part of the puzzle. And now that I understand it better, it really came from the diagram. After I met with you that one day and you did I think the Thursday presentation, it was on a Tuesday, you did the healthcare, but you had that diagram showing that the Affordable Care Act piece of it, and then the deductible and all that. And that for me is what solidified that it made sense. And so what I've actually started doing this today is I started calling people that I know that don't have insurance just to find out about their company. And the timing's not going to be great for this right now where I'm at, but definitely on plant seeds for that, because I think long-term recruiting agents and then having healthcare clients is going to create the residual income that I'm looking for down the road. Right now, I love funding because it's, to me, it's the easiest way to open a door if you're going to talk to a business owner. But that, I think that'll switch at some point for me. My focus will be more on healthcare for sure. But I love funding. This is, coming from a mortgage background, I got used. I was getting paid 1.25% per loan that we did. And as soon as I talked to David back in like July of last year, and he's like, "Yeah, no, we start at 4%." I'm like, "Okay, I'm done," because there's so much heavy lifting that goes into doing a mortgage. I got to circle back around and go get paperwork for all the different things, where I got Wade and his team doing all that for me here, and I get paid 4 times as much. So it was a no-brainer for me when it came to that standpoint, for sure.
Amen. Well, thank you, buddy, for sharing, and appreciate you being here. Ellen, I know you're with us. I know we didn't plan on this. Are you willing to share a couple things with us, Ellen? Let me see if I can unmute you. There we go. You hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome.
Ellen, for those of you who don't know Ellen Wynn, you see her posting on here all the time, but she's got a lot of experience in our industry. And she's also a business owner using our payment processing. She's gotten clients who've used the funding, and she's built a lot of teams. She's bringing some. We're also working on some neat consumer services that she's helping us to explore. So a lot of great leaders in this group, guys, that you're seeing their faces for the first time, but you don't know the army of leadership that we have, the trailblazer leadership that we have, that's really making this groundswell happen. You see my face all the time, but it's all the people that you're seeing here and many others that you'll start seeing here as this becomes where people want to go, that are really creating the company. But Ellen, whatever's on your heart, whatever you want to share, please do.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. It's good to see these faces, and I agree with Chris. I love the Zoom setting instead of just doing the Facebook Live. So what I want to share today is something that I've been faced with, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably been struggling with this too. You see, I've been working for myself for years, as Dave just mentioned, my limousine company, which has kept me so busy. It has prevented me from doing a lot of things that I wanted to do with DAC. And sometimes you have to be careful what you ask for. I sent Dave an email last week regarding the Trailblazers, and I said, I am so ready to get out of the limousine business. Well, I asked for it, and guess what? I am out of the limousine business temporarily because of the coronavirus, and I mean, we're just dead in the water. But what I found myself faced with here is that I'm all of a sudden shifted from what I'm used to doing day to day. And it's been really hard for me to pick up that momentum and get going with what I needed to do with DAC, because when I was working my other business, I got up every day and I went out. I had a schedule with clients and businesses and so on. And that all stopped dead in the water. So I've really had to reorient myself to working from home on a full-time basis. And I found that getting up, doing my morning workout, and then getting a shower and getting dressed for business for the day is really getting my mindset in the right way, so that I'm doing that day-to-day thing that I'm accustomed to, getting ready for the day of business instead of lounging in my workout sweats or whatever. It's really helped me transform my business mentality. I've been busy following up some emails, getting ready to do some videos, doing a Facebook Live shortly, so that I can spread the word to all my friends as to what we're doing, and help hit a larger audience with one fell swoop there. But getting in that work mode and digging in deep for working from home, it's been an adjustment for me, but a very welcomed adjustment. So I appreciate the opportunity, Dave.
You bet. Amen. Thank you, Ellen, for all your leadership and for being here right now today. And you brought up a good point about, that workspace. I'm at the office right now, but I only live 4 miles from home, and I've got an office in my home. But there's something about coming here. When I get here, that there's a mindset. And, we talked about alter ego. There's a great book called Alter Ego. In fact, I think I may have given it to you, Chris, if I'm not mistaken. Chris Smith might have my copy. But it's an amazing book about how we take on different identities. And I don't talk this way. The way I get all excited, I don't talk this way at home. This is my DAC Dave, right? And my passion. When I'm talking to a client, I get this way. But when I'm talking at home, I don't. And so we all have our uniform we put on. We all have our mantra or our totems. The totem pole is a symbol. Some of us have totems where every time I pick up this phone, I'm in work mode. Every time I hear a certain ring on my phone, it's a reminder of a business appointment. It automatically clicks something in my head. And if you're not doing that yet, if you don't have that and you're working from home now, and usually home is where you just get to relax and chill, then it's going to have to take conscious effort to put yourself into the mindset of business owner right now. So great point, Ellen. I really appreciate that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do something we've not done before. We're going to take Q&A here. If you've got a question, raise your hand. There's a way you can put your hand up. I don't know if you can do it on a desktop or if you can only do it from your app. But if you've got a question, go ahead and put your hand up if you can. We did this on Saturday. It worked out fabulous. And I'll unmute you. You can ask a question. If not, I do see one here. It says, what industries is Matthew targeting right now? Matthew, let me see if Matthew's still with us. He is. Matthew, could you do us a favor? I unmuted you. Could you answer what industries you are targeting right now?
Okay, so let's change the word target to help. I mean, okay, so who can I shoot my gun at? I mean, come on, forget target. Target, right? Let's see. Who might need me right now? Well, actually, no, if you're familiar with industries, like different businesses, Dave's a business owner. I mean, you can tell this guy is like a businessman, right? And I was never on a business owner, by the way. I have to preface this with, I was never a business owner. I was always like that salesman, man. I did an interview with you, Dave. I talked about, I love beating everybody. I'm a competitive lunatic, you know? And some people I just want to win, you know, win. I want to win. Give me an opportunity. Let me go for it. How many, you know, what's the record? I was asking you, what's the record number of fundings in a month? You know, anybody ever did? I wanted to beat it. That's my mindset before this. I still carried it with me, but I'll never lose that. I guess, I don't know what it is. It could be insecurity, but what it really comes down to is we have to think like a business owner. And if I was a business owner right now, what, you know, okay, payroll, mortgage, all of these things, you're thinking, oh my God, I mean, there's so much uncertainty. So, okay, so let's be business owners. Let's learn this is a business, right? So what do I do? So let's think, okay, different states have different issues right now, right? Okay. Which industries or which business owners might need us most? So the idea Wade mentioned about medical industry, they take precedent right now because there's an attention on that, and they're getting better, I think, preferential offers and better rates apparently, and deals, which is cool if you want to focus on that to get a quicker approval. And David said, if you have a heart for restaurant owners that are really sucking wind right now and are like panicking and can't sleep, so just put the commission aside, or you know, just think, okay, construction. Think about businesses that might need me. All right, now, can you call those people with a clean heart and just like conviction? Yeah, I can call those people. I call the medical people and say, well, you know, are you busy? Do you need help? Okay, yes or no. Boom. Very, you know, non-imperative kind of thing. Some of them need expansion capital. Maybe they need to hire staff or something. Here's my phone, by the way, Polycom. I guess it's just about your choice, your decision, but whatever you decide to target or who you choose to focus your energy on, your energy is based on your heart or your pocketbook. Everybody needs to make money. We talked about it. Hey, we're all in this to make money too, but so let's have balance. So if I can impart anything that I'm doing, maybe I'm not, you know, wonderful, but I'm learning as I go. I'm always learning. And I'm learning that it's just this weird balance between, okay, I gotta feed my family, I got all this stuff. And then I also am doing something that I cannot think about that, or else I'm ineffective at doing the first thing. So how do I be effective at the first thing? Is forget the second thing and focus on the first thing, and the second thing is gonna happen. I mean, it's a strange little, you know, right? Algebraic equation. So, okay, so business owners need us. Everybody needs us right now. Everybody needs capital eventually. Right now, more businesses need it more than ever. So you follow your heart, as somebody once said, and let everything fall in place. Okay, I'm just going to care about my wallet. Well, great, you're going to do really well. When this thing's over, you're not going to be as successful as the people that focus on the people you feel that need this. That's all I'm going to say. That's what I have to say.
Absolutely. And you know what? it's funny because what you just talked about was the value of the what we'll call comfort zone, starting with your heart. You know, if you're not going to feel, guys, what industry do you feel most comfortable calling? Start there instead of a target. And I like that, Matthew, about the target. How there's words that ring. You heard me on Saturday's training say, I don't like calling it selling, because if I call it selling, I'm not comfortable doing it, because what goes in my head is a story. And so I call it serving clients. Changes the picture in my head. I get comfortable and I get out there and want to get after it. So what is it that you are saying what industry can you say to yourself is the industry you want to focus on? That's the one I'd focus on. And it depends on which role you want to play right now. With that, let me see if there's any other questions here. I don't see any other hands up. And I assume, do me a favor, someone who can raise their hand, just so I know it works, because I don't see any hands up and I'm wondering if I have a setting turned off. There we go. Ellen raised her hand. Thank you, Ellen. I just lowered it. All right. Okay, good. Well, we've got all the questions answered. And DACTB, that's your hashtag, right? It came on light. DACTB, every day that you live as a trailblazer, you're living that recipe, post it. It's an honor system. Don't lie. Say what you're doing. Just do it honorable. If you want to take a picture of yourself out there doing something, take a picture of your office, take a picture of your screen with the email on it, whatever, something to show some energy about it. But DACTB, if you organize your office a little bit, if you make some changes around, if you got a desk that's messy like Matthew's and mine, then take a picture of your messy. If I showed you I'll show you right now. There's my desk right now. Same thing, messy. There's my to-do list right here. This is the to-do list. These are where my 5 a day come from, right from this little monthly shopper that showed up in my mail. So that's my new contact list, because those are all local businesses who need my help. And they're local. They don't know me. I need to know them. So listen, I think we've covered everything we want to talk about tomorrow night. So we've got the March Mania going till the end of the month. And tomorrow night's another webinar where you have an opportunity to introduce people. I'm telling you right now, if you've not put a post on your local wall, your Milford Memories wall, your Rochester Township, whatever, you've got local walls. If you've not posted there, post there. If you've not emailed people from your local chamber, email them. Email's working. Follow the email that we talked about. I'm doing it and it's working, and we're getting good feedback. In fact, I'm having better results personally from private emails than I'm getting from drop cards right now. The reason being, I can send out 50 emails and I can't hand out any drop cards. Or I hand out 1 or 2 drop cards periodically because businesses are closed. I'm not out shopping. So remember, the subject line has to be unique, though, a unique identifier of how you know them uniquely, so they know it's not a broadcast BS email that's going out to everybody. All right. And your opening paragraph needs to say that. As an example right here, there's not a lot of emails in here. Right here, look at this. There's an email right there. I'm not going to give it to you, but this is Undercutters Tree Removal, and there's an email. I can email right to that number, or I can call it. Calling's easier, but I can email 5 people before 7 a.m. and be done for the day already with the minimum daily recipe. And again, the opening line is, I could even just put monthly shopper, saw you in monthly shopper, something, or my city, monthly shopper, and it's going to get open and it's going to get replied to. So I encourage you, do that. I wouldn't depend only on that, but do that as a minimum. Send out at least 5 emails or texts or phone calls a day, and 2 to 5 follow-up check-ins, and then 1 recruit a day email. You start recruiting. If you talk to 1 person a day about being an agent, our revenue sharing plan, a Trailblazer revenue sharing of 9 organizations. They don't have to be 9 people you recruit, but 9 organizations somewhere in there has a 1-star, which is a Trailblazer. Look out! You're in the revenue sharing. It's 9 people. How do you get to 9? You continually every day tap into someone to see if they might be interested. It's really that simple. Some of you aren't going to do it, but the ones who do are going to have residual overrides at some point greater than anybody can earn by getting personal clients. So we say do both. All right, I'm going to see if there's any hands up. No hands up. So we are done then, everybody. I appreciate you all being here. Have a great, great day. Stay safe. Let's pray for the country, pray for the world, and let's pray for each other. God bless you all. Have a great day. You're all appreciated.